Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. Easton Plays. Oh, let me put this up a little bit. There we go. There we go. I am your imprisoned host, Mr. Eastland, and we are back with Genshin Impact. Hello, Fuzzy. How are you doing? We got a couple things I want to do today. I'm actually going on. Let me turn my little thing on. There we go. What's up, Kazimov? There we go. How you doing? It's been a while. How are things with you? We got some people in here. Let's do some polls. Excited to have some longtime viewers and some returning viewers at the end. What are you studying? See, we got 4 to do. You know what? I'll do 5 just because this is the first one. It's just like the introductory poll. And then we got 2 for Fuzzy, 2 for Kazimov. Ooh, bio. I love bio. I was a big bio fan. In what context? All right, Fuzzy, these are you. Nope. 2, nope. All right, Kazimov, these are for you. Surgeon. Oh, damn. Well, good luck with that. That's crazy. Here we go. 4-star. Oh, Goro. That's not what I wanted. But that's alright. No, we'll get the dog. Let's see. This one's also you. Ah, it's 3rd star. Yeah. I don't use Goro. I think I have a lot of him too. Let me see. This might be like C5 or C6, to be honest. It's a C6. C6 Goro, baby. Maybe he'll be good for Navia. Alright, well, we got a character. And actually, I might be able to... Let me do this real quick while I'm thinking of it. I didn't have enough Stardust to get all my monthly fates. But with those polls, I do. So, what type of surgeon are you looking at? I'm going to go ahead and put my resin on cooldown too. I gotta go quick today. I have a lot I need to do, both in-game and outside of game today. I'm going on vacation tomorrow, and I have not started packing. You don't know the specifics? All right, that's cool. I mean, there's a lot of different types of surgeon. You could be an orthopedic surgeon, or a heart surgeon, or a neurosurgeon. I'm sure you are aware. Bought a PC a month ago, and you have been racing. Oh. Racing as in, like, car racing? Ow. Yeah, driving. That's pretty crazy. Well, it sounds like you've got things under control, so to speak. Where do you even go for that around here? If you're at Dianza. I'll do this one too. Gran Turismo be your reality. That might be tough when you're in med school.
No, my sword. Our bond is strong. Make yourselves at home.
Have I seen Gran Turismo? I think so. I'm not a huge car person, to be honest. My wife comes from a car family, so I feel kind of bad for not knowing. Ow. Dude, what? Don't. Stop killing me, please. I'd appreciate it. Nice. Being knowledgeable of cars is something that I've wanted to get into. Oh wow, I already have 2 reward things for this. All right, take it. Let's start the quest. I think we've done enough extra stuff. Let's go. Here we go. So last we left off, we just met up with Wardsley in the Warden's room. We got the lowdown that he's been following us all along. He knows exactly what's up and finally decided to intervene because people were, the two were getting a little too frisky. Linny and Lynette were kind of encroaching on their space. So it looks like the Forbidden Zone is going to be... is the only loose end we haven't really... Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be going this way, right? Yeah. Come on. Or did I probably went to the wrong point here. No, it's this one. No, it's the production zone. Is it... It should be this one, right? It's not that one. I always get these teleport points mixed up. I need to call this elevator down. Excuse me. Usually, gaming senses say there's supposed to be a lever over here. Oh, here we go. So, we still need to investigate the secrets behind this prison. We have not really learned enough yet. But we've kind of cleaned up the storylines that we had been following previously. We know what's up with the weird food when you work too much. We know what's up with the weird liquid from the pancreation ring. So now we've got to figure out the rest of the story. What happened to Child? And where's the Gnosis, really? That's kind of the main thing. Because the Fatui want that, and that's what they're looking for in here. And I'm sure Wordsley does not want to get rid of it. Okay, did I start in the production zone? Is that what happened? I need to go to the infirmary, right? And that's above. Goodness gracious. This is taking forever. I might go in the longest long way. El Fuego! What's up, senor? I swear, this is where I'm supposed to be. Yeah? Yeah, it's right over there. Okay.
Take it easy.
How are you doing? Oh, senor, we'll do some pulls for you. Alright, here we go. Because you haven't joined a stream in forever. The last one is probably a Splatoon stream. Nothing good this time. This is the 4.2 finale. So, we get to see what's up. Oh, by the way, Kazimov, if you haven't joined the Discord, if you got a Discord, I also have a Discord. I don't remember if you joined way back when. Yeah, it's the latest update. Oh, Fremin's back. That's right.
Fermine, how do you feel?
Fermine is alive.
Linny.
He swallowed some primordial water and he's feeling a little sick.
We're all here.
But he's going to be better.
Where am I?
I'm surprised he didn't turn into water. Is he not from Fontaine?
The infirmary at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine. And you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Sigewine is the nurse, and she's like a whole different race.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long.
Yeah, tell us what happened.
The sea. There's something wrong with the sea.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the seawater.
No,
It's full of primordial water.
This is
It's
really
bad.
serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
Yeah, what happened?
Pipes.
Yeah, don't you remember?
Right, the pipes.
Okay, good,
It's
good,
all
good.
coming back to me now.
It's all coming back to me now. Go through the pipes. Oh, we get to play as Fremne. Cool, 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 cool. I actually saw like a clip of this on like Reddit or something. You get to do like a trial. It's kind of a fun way to do a trial of a character, because usually there's a trial
Seems like this
at some
pipe
point
hasn't
in an
been
Archon
used in a
quest.
long time. It looks
And usually it's
abandoned.
like you enter a domain with someone and then you just play as them. But this is kind of cool. You get to play as the memory.
Where could Master Child be?
Where indeed? Let's go find out. Whee! Kind of weird playing him alone. He's not really built to be a DPS, I don't
This
think.
mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Okay, so it's an elevator. I guess I... Oh, rotate. Got it, got it, got it. Pretty easy puzzle. Did you take a COVID test, Fuzzy? Do you know if it was the vid or not? No? I mean, that's probably what it was. Feel better now, okay.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Avoid what obstacles exactly? Oh, do I move it back and then I rotate it? Yeah. So my wife currently has COVID, technically. She felt better and then she's like oscillating back and forth between feeling better and not. And then my mother-in-law, brother-in-law, and his girlfriend all got COVID. And I have not. Because my immune system kicks ass. Okay. Are we going down here? Yeah, we are. What do they give me? What sword is this? Hold on, what claymore is this? No, I don't want to leave domain. I have a royal great sword. Okay. I mean... Alright. Oh, give me noblesse? Really? Noblesse? Come on. Not gonna lie, you wouldn't mind having... I need a break from the world. Where you got it, technically. Right?
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water.
So, did he just immediately suck up the primordial seawater, or no? I guess not, obviously. I wish he put on his little helmet when he was underwater. That'd be cute.
Vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural.
Hmm.
A person must have left them, and recently. I
Interesting.
should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't
did
see where we
you...
could have gone from here.
Is it... Are you talking about school, Fuzzy, or work?
What the?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
My heart is racing.
School, okay,
And
okay.
it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on?
Yeah, I need to get the next vaccine shot.
I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Yeah, there's a new one. Yeah, yeah. It's because the virus changes every year. Go, go, go. Oh my gosh, I'm losing health. Ah! Go, Frone, go. Go, Frone, go. I'm not supposed to make it, right? Yeah.
I can't die here. This is bad.
Come on, get Pels to help you.
Worse.
Or Purse,
And
whatever
I'm
its
still
name is.
underwater. I have to push.
Yeah, so they made a new... Who's that? Is that Child? Oh no, that's Chlorine. Chlorine. They made they're probably gonna make a... I imagine they're gonna make a new vaccine roughly every year along with the regular flu shot. It's the same idea.
Vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious
I wouldn't be
place
surprised
for
if they
him
just
to have
combined the two at some
disappeared
point.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already
there's
put
two
some
default,
distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Yeah.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress.
That's true.
Or why
Who
she
told
went
her?
to save you.
Well, I guess Wordsley told her, since he was watching their entire plan.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, Freminet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss
I think it would
Clarande
be
will stay here as a guest for
when I
another
get
few days.
this
so there's no
year's,
need
it'll
to
be my
hurry.
fifth shot.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her
Ridesley.
to come down here?
I never get that right. Ridesley, like ride.
You should ask His Grace
Basically,
about
the
that.
O is gone
He'll be
in
able to
the
explain
name.
better than me. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go
It's
talk to
about
him.
time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
2 or 3.
No, please go on without me. I don't
I
wanna
mean, you
leave
probably
yet.
just had it, so.
Linny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both
Well,
of
why don't you
are
all
just in
3 of you go?
danger.
Understood. Then
Or
let's
we
sit
can just
together
go and
for a
report
while.
back. That's fine.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Watch them make a break for it. Never separate them. I truly would not be surprised if we come back and all 3 of them are gone. I mean, Linny never said he was going to stay there. And we all know Linny doesn't lie. He just omits the truth. The trio and Kazuha. Damn, double Animo? You can spend your last paycheck on Genshin.
Excuse me.
No, don't do that unless you value your time, or unless you don't value your time. In which case, by all means, spend it on this game.
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewing?
Yeah, what is
Check
Siegewing
up
doing
on
there?
Miss Clarande. How are you feeling?
Oh, yeah, she was in the water
Mostly
too.
Fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll
Get
just
that
take a
welcome
few
pass,
minutes.
exactly.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well,
Bye.
want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Yeah. All good things, all good things. I meant to tint my car way back when I got it, and I just never got around to it. At least for the back windows. I wanted the back windows tinted.
Where should I begin? How about you start by
Oh,
asking
is this...
me any questions you have?
We're in this
You can
part of the
start
story?
with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the
Remember
typical
Lily's
end
goals
of
from the very beginning?
Archon quest, like asking all the questions. Lily's goal from the very beginning.
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by
okay,
the
so
Knave.
you only knew that much.
As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
Me? Yeah. I mean, I had a place to live a while ago. But I didn't buy this house. I inherited it, so it is what it is. It's obviously it's good to be a part of a family who has land. That's kind of how you stick around.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came
Yeah, it's
here
pretty
with
easy. For two,
ulterior
you
motives.
kind of suck. I'm
I'm
just kidding.
quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Dude, when you got to be a warden of a prison, you got to be very perceptive. Yeah, why didn't you stop
Initially,
them?
I thought their
You didn't
goal
have
was
probably
just
didn't
to
have enough
investigate
information.
Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own.
True. Okay. He suggests I deliberately let him escape. Didn't do anything special. So Child was kind of working as a lone wolf.
Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care
It's
about
like,
is the
I'll let
answer.
him figure it out and then copy their
So
answers.
you were hoping Linny's group would just do your work for you.
I mean, that's the whole purpose of this prison, is that all the prisoners do the work for him.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the
Yeah,
rise.
that's a problem for everyone.
The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Tell us about this Forbidden Zone, then.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself?
It seems like a
Another
pretty
form of
cozy
prison?
life, Wrightsley.
I just
Fine.
happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, some support? You're like a god king down here.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course.
Yeah,
I
they're
paid
best
her
buds.
good Mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving
So what is
Femine
this
was part of
crisis?
that
Just the
crisis?
seawater? Yeah.
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
I don't know what I mean. I don't know what your priorities are, Kazimov. I don't know what the situation with your car is. Like, what is needed? Probably the tint would be the least impactful thing. Probably chair or I was gonna say chair or road trip. Experiences are important too, but probably chair. I work in a chiropractor's office, and let me tell you, having a good sitting arrangement for whatever you're doing for an extended period of time is like crucial, super crucial.
That's not something you should be asking after. Nuevillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need
Okay.
to prove to you is that the Forbidden
We
Zone
can help.
had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
Sure.
We've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
Yeah, come on.
You make
Come
a
on, quid pro
compelling
quo.
case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, we
Freddy
do.
really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yeah.
Follow me.
Ooh, the prophecy.
Take it easy.
The amount of unpleasant truths we've had to deal with. Come on now. I bet this is an elevator. Oh, okay, it's a staircase. I was close.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of
It's a
Meripede
fortress.
is.
I'm sure there's all sorts of hidden crap in this place.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Oh, see, it was an elevator. I was right. I was right. It was just stairs, then elevator.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special. What a huge door!
Okay, yeah, big
There
door.
are 3 such isolation gates in total.
Isolation gates.
Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name
Okay.
Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
No, we hate the Fatui.
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not
Sure.
to tell them.
Honestly, I don't mind keeping things from the Fatui. They don't have my trust. The kids do. But I also don't trust the kids to
So there's a switch
not
on
tell
the
their
side.
superiors.
Stand back.
Okay.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
Go on.
What's in the middle of the room? I honestly have no idea what this is going to be. I assume it has something to do with the Gnosis and primordial seawater. Oh, why don't you let the traveler talk in this one? Yeah, you'll tell them everything. This room is really empty. Nothing in here. There's also a device smack in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open.
Oh, he doesn't even know what's
But
beyond
it'd
it.
also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings
Okay.
on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally.
Oh no, that's not good with needles like that. That's a bad reading. Kazimov will tell you. You see that on a car, you're probably heading for trouble.
Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the
I'm
reading
guessing
could
this
be
is water
tracking?
pressure. Yeah.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something
Oh.
less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more
Yes.
likely.
Yes.
We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential
Yeah.
connection
Yeah.
with the
The
primordial
primordial
sea.
sea, like the primordial
I
sea
began to
pressure.
make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the
Oh,
concentration
so you
of
know,
primordial
alright, cool.
seawater in the seawater nearby.
Makes sense to me.
Concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is
Yeah.
steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is leaking from somewhere, which is bad news.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Nuevillette knows where the primordial sea could be.
I mean, we
much
saw
less
one
where we
leak.
could find and plug a leak. Oh. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us.
But I thought it's not pressure. That's just the concentration. All right.
The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back.
Yeah, if the primordial sea is leaking through, if this gate falls, all Fontaine will fall with it. Yep.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
That's a lot of freaking water to flood the entire country.
Meropide be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea. Who built this place anyway?
It is kind of weird,
Your
I guess.
expression tells
It's
me
a
you think this
pretty
might be part of a
intricate
vast,
place to put
complicated
over a
conspiracy.
seal.
To be honest, you might find the actual
Yeah,
answer
okay.
may be exceedingly boring.
I mean, that's a lot of freaking pressure. If it's a sea that's able to fill that up, that gate must be like god tier strong.
It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meropide in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
It became a community down there in the deeps.
That makes it really easy to build underwater if you have the power of the Hydro Archon.
As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves.
Yeah, except no one will ever forgive them.
But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld.
Yeah. In the overworld, it's not friendly either.
Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place
Every
where criminals
institution
deserve
has a
to be
story.
sent.
It's a good lesson. Interesting to hear the stories of some of the primary institutions we take for granted. You know, police departments, fire departments, the education system, healthcare, like all of them have a story, a reason for existence. And they've been so closely tied to our society, we just stopped questioning them.
Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. That's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Yeah, do you believe in
To be
prophecies?
frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are
Hey, we
troublesome
can change
things.
it, right? Right?
Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time...
Yeah, so what's the plan, Duke?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Ooh, something else. Okay. I'm assuming he has a plan. I wrote on Reddit today, Risley is
Your
the
Grace,
most competent
perfect
character
timing.
in the game.
The results from our last round of experiments have...
Like, as far as the job of Warden of the Fortress of Meropide, he's like doing an A+ job, right? There's not many other characters who are doing so well at their job. Like, maybe Ningguang would be up there. Kuki maybe, though her station is not quite as high. Yeah, Miko is pretty competent too. But Wriothesley's up there as one of the more competent characters.
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh? Nuevillette and
Oh, are
Jurier?
they researching?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of them?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
That's kind of true.
Then, if your grace insists.
I mean, truly the Traveler knows more than anyone can ever imagine, because he knows the Archon who must not be named, or cannot be named, due to Irminsul. So he really does know more than anyone can imagine.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
I
How
mean,
about
unless
some
you're my enemy, and then I'm
introductions?
not harmless.
This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Ed who?
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky
Oh,
high.
shoot.
Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant,
And he blew it
Jurier
sky high,
is
huh?
quite familiar with them as well.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
No, we're gonna change the gravity, right?
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a
Right,
couple and
he's
just
like,
using your word
"Come on,
as a
spill the
convenient
tea."
cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything.
They just need to get a room. They just need to air it all
Follow
out.
me.
Whoa. there's
They
another
doth
door that
protest
goes
too
right up.
much.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress.
Or maybe
can
they
do anything.
tried. Maybe they tried being together and it just didn't work. That's likely.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Yeah, what's
Let's
special about
spice
this
it
room?
up a bit.
Yeah, please
And
do.
Here you go.
Da, 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 da. It's a ship? It's an ark?
What a huge ship! This is also
Huh.
a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not a lot?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria.
No.
To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty.
Okay.
According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a
Okay.
golden bee. Taking
What?
the golden bee with him
What?
and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves.
That's a lot of lore that is just being thrown at my face. In the form of a golden bee?
He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
I'm sure that worked out
There's
real
a
well.
ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
It's true.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology
Also
at
true.
my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began.
He's gonna
this
put the
project.
whole nation on that
Were
ship?
you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
Yeah, this is a plan for the
For
ages.
the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any
So-
other questions?
Yeah, is all of Fontaine going on that ship?
Seems like you're good.
Nah, didn't answer my question. That's crazy. It's basically the story of
I'll
Noah's
leave you
Ark,
here
right?
For now.
Oh,
Instead of it raining, it's
Thank
coming
you
up from
so
the
much.
ground.
No worries. But don't forget, It's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those three as well.
Yeah. If they know the impending doom of this nation, they're gonna do different things. Must make them understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict right now. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Pretty trusting to just let us leave with this information. Okay, back to the infirmary. Hey, they're still there.
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Okay.
Must have been Risley and Sijui.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
Okay, and why is that
really
important?
Can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Now, do I get a choice?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Yeah, you feeling better?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijui is also busy with something or other.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself three
Okay.
questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meropide.
Yeah, actually.
He's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's our Linny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him.
Wow, good
What's more,
answer. You're right.
The Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nuevillette. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land.
It's a game theory.
As long
He
as
is
the
indeed a
fortress
king.
doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could
You're
be.
close. You're getting there.
Super smart.
Thanks so much.
You're super smart.
Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out.
Correct. He doesn't
can't
even
be
know
the
the
full
gravity of
extent
the
of what he's
situation, to
doing.
be honest.
There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's some... I don't have enough information,
oops.
so I have no
Meant to
idea
let
what
him
his
talk.
chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
Indeed, I do. Oh, share the information. All right, what's their reaction? While sharing what you saw, you emphasize that now's not the time for disputes. Blah blah.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once
maybe.
mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't
He knows
know
everything,
and just
come
wanted
on.
to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
I mean, everyone's gonna need to
Yeah,
cooperate
that
on
makes
this.
sense
So.
to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on
Everyone's,
your side.
it's everyone
The two of you
against
have already
nature
aided us
right now.
far too
So
much.
let's all put
We
our differences
probably wouldn't
aside.
be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
Oh,
You
cute.
have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Yeah, we can work together again if
Given your
necessary.
strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
It's nice to have some Fatui agents on our side.
Feel all warm and safe and...
Unless they're lying to us. No, they're not.
Paimon's hungry.
When are you not hungry?
You've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Interesting. Alright, well, we still have got a few loose ends. I guess we're not going to figure out... We're not going to solve this, right? Maybe we will. In this Archon quest. But it doesn't feel like we are. I feel like that's going to be a hanging question.
Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Oh, did you make something special?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Ooh, can we sit together?
You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
Yeah, what's wrong with that, Paimon?
What would you like to eat?
Yeah, we can choose.
I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can
Oh,
get
wow.
whatever you
Thanks,
want.
Siegwing. Of the tastiest stuff.
Me too. Don't forget Paimon. No problem. Just leave it to me.
Ooh, bursting with flavor. Bring some drinks over. Tastes strange. Okay, the shakes generally taste pretty terrible.
Delicious.
Free dinners are the
Is
absolute
this how
best.
it feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second. We did do plenty of work after all.
Yeah, come on. We did our fair
How's
share.
the food? Delicious.
Besides the milk, I mean, everything is super delicious.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
She has a very scientific view on emotions.
Patience or to better understand human beings?
Both.
A bit of both, I
Yeah.
suppose. I'm a melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you. You're really good at taking care of people. Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great
What
to hear.
But you're pretty small, though.
Oh,
I mean, I guess about it.
I
I guess she is bigger than Paimon.
When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well. Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed
How
to
did
save
she,
him in the
again,
nick
how
of
did she
time.
know? I'm guessing
His Grace also
Risley
sealed
knew
the
he
pipes
was
after
going in the
Glorand
water.
left, to make
Right.
sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase
His
after
Grace
his
also sealed the
prey.
pipes after chlorine left. Well, that's good.
Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Clorand had
Very
returned.
safe.
Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through. It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader.
He's the I took a philosophy class. There was like, I forget what exactly the text was, but I think it was Plato. And Plato's Republic, I think. Is that right? Anyway, the thesis was like the best system of government is a totalitarian government with a kind ruler, which is basically impossible, right? But that's what we have here. Wriothesley is a king of this land, but he's the kind king.
Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nuevillette would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here.
I don't think he would.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Finally, let's go take a nap. Return to the dormitories. This is a very long, like, interlude. I feel like all we've gotten is lore. We haven't had a chance to, like, do anything or figure anything out. We've just been told things so far. So it feels like the end of the Archon quest, but there's not a like true climax. There's still things in the preview that we haven't seen yet.
Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed.
Yeah, let's go to sleep.
Paimon's super sleepy.
Already asleep. I've been there when you're so tired that like you close your eyes and you're immediately out.
21 seconds.
Good night. Something's gonna happen throughout the night.
Out of my way!
Yep.
Out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Oh no, did it happen overnight?
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crisis is happening now. It's just me, or is there more water dripping from the pipes than normal?
Take it easy.
I'm guessing there's water covering the cafeteria.
What happened?
The lower levels.
Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Goodbye!
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! Yeah, there you are.
Hey,
Thank
Quisto!
goodness.
And Lavarin!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here
Drop the
especially
bombshell.
to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here. Lavaroon was saying you two are new here. You don't have any friends, so you might slip through the cracks.
Oh.
You heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed. Yet you only find out once you do a head.
Yeah,
Wait,
we know, we know.
the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut.
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should. Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible.
Upwards and outwards, alright? Means whatever happened must have happened down below. Uh-oh. That thing?
Oh, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We're gonna go down to it.
You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Hey, hey! Be careful!
We can take care of ourselves.
Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and
Uh-oh.
outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Oh, this side.
Attention, please evacuate upwards.
Nah, we going inwards and downwards. I'm guessing we're gonna run into water at some point.
They're here.
Just like I said.
Oh, shoot.
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Shoot. Oh, is he gonna punch it? Oh, no! Come on. Freeze it! Freeze it! Dude! Oh, so sick. What a freaking badass. Okay. Could have done better. Could have done better. That's alright. It's alright. Just do that again, right? Come on, do one more punch. Gotta hit those doors.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, shoot.
This won't hold it for long. Find Nuevillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Oh, shit.
the gate. How long do you think it'll
So,
hold?
okay, what is Chlorinde gonna do?
Depends on us.
Oh, do we get to play? No, we don't get to play as them. I was thinking like, oh, we're gonna go into trial with Chlorinde and Radsley fighting off against like the like hydro blob guys, enemies.
Why are you here?
You know why he's
Traveler,
here.
I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Yeah,
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Yeah, get your ass down there. You have control over water. You are pretty much needed. Okay, there's a hold up. There's a hydroculus here that I really would like. Here we go. Thank you. Do I have enough? No. 21 out of 30. Oh, Fatui agents there, yeah.
People over there. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Nuevillette has left instructions. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence.
No problem. We can mediate. It's all good. And believe me, if the knave takes one toe out of turn, we'll send her the way of her compatriot. What's her face? I just had it in my brain.
Oh,
Signora.
So you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments.
Do we get another splash screen?
Knave, one of the 11 Fatui harbingers.
The head of the House of Hearth and the Linny siblings' father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Pleasure to meet you too.
Prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside
I'm sorry
me.
for your loss.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day.
Ooh.
Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
So we got 1/4 of it. Yeah, I'm sure the knave is going to have ulterior motives. She wants the Gnosis. It's pretty good.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with
Oh, I got
Farina
myself a
and
big sweet tooth for sure. Child should have no reason to say
I
something like that.
wonder
Yeah,
how
we have
he's
never
doing
eaten with him.
nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing.
We still don't know where he is.
I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
Well, I would say he has a hydrovision, but technically we have it.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
She's out of her element. I bet she's wishing Nuevillette was here to fill in this conversation.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuevillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur
Again,
Nuevillette.
Child didn't have his vision, so technically he was a little nerfed.
Coming from you, that's
yeah, we got a
not
lead.
surprising at all.
He left, basically, and we don't know where he is.
But I thought
you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier.
Why don't you just be grateful for what you have?
A long
Nave?
time has passed since Child disappeared.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry.
And Child left on his own. You shouldn't be mad at us. You should be mad at Child.
Oh. And just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Mirapede.
Indeed we did.
Where did he go after leaving the fortress?
We don't know.
Well...
The Fortress of Mirapede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
Yeah, we don't. Good luck trying to find him. He broke out of prison on his own. You expect us to hold him responsible for his actions? Yeah, there's no evidence he has been injured or killed.
That is good news, at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the
We don't know, Nave. You're just being facetious. She's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Farina. Okay. Yeah, go for it.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written.
That's actually very incorrect. Farina. People have a distinct writing style.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
Oh no.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Oh? Oh, shoot.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
It's like, nah.
Quite sure.
I got this.
Wow.
Oh, shoot.
So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess.
He's a dragon.
Who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
So where's the rest of that water going? Okay, he's pushing it back.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day.
Yeah!
Power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
Get back! Nice. That's all I needed. Who needs a boat?
The sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Good job, Nuevillette. Ah. Why do other characters in this region, why are they all so good?
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess.
Easy
We're
peasy.
safe for now.
Good. We just need to have Nuevillette come down here.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's
For
sake.
appearance's sake.
It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission
Just how
was.
confidential? What, there's a freaking sea ready to swallow the whole city underneath this fortress? I would say that's pretty fucking confidential.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in
A
his
set of
office.
legal codices.
I'm thinking about a set
They
of legal
definitely have a
codices.
group chat. I'll love to see their group chat.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
And they obviously have a separate group chat that's the three of them plus Fiorina. There's two group chats. One is just the three of them, and the other is the three of them plus Fiorina. So they can go from like one group chat to the other and be like, "Oh my gosh, did you see what Fiorina just said?"
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
Yeah, there's Fatui next to the
No need to
Hydro
stay
Archon
here
right
if you
now.
have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Marmonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
I don't know. I'm sure she's all figured it
I
out.
must say, we've spent long enough playing house, Miss
Oh, here we go.
Farida. As the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's
Her
acceptable?
VA is killing it right now.
The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine.
Yeah,
Every
very
faction
French,
is looking
very
for a
French.
way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
Damn. Focalor is basically just an anti-Nahida. Nahida, very capable, wanting to be involved, has been shut away. Whereas Focalor has every opportunity to do something, yet isn't by appearances at the very least.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence.
Yeah, if you're gonna stand up for yourself.
And stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact
What happens
same
when
thoughts
you
right
put on a show?
now.
People think you're an actor. That you're only acting.
Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me.
True, neither of them know.
Fontaine will be saved.
Or the knave doesn't know what
Even
Focalor is
if
doing. I hope she's doing
still
something.
cannot see the true future right now. As long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the knave's accusations. She means what she says. She's not putting on a front. This is the true Fiorina.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina,
She is
just what have
fury,
you been
putting the
working on?
fury in Fiorina.
Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
It's confidential, obviously.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at
That
the
doesn't
appointed
inspire a lot
time.
of hope, Fiorina.
It is just that beings like yourselves are
Beings
unable
like
to
yourselves?
perceive them as of yet.
Yikes. Who's looking down upon who now?
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as
I don't think there's any part of the plan that's not confidential.
Response plan for the impending disaster.
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Yeah,
then
sure it
allow
is.
me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
Yeah, I don't know.
The oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
It hands down judgments.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina.
I like the vision on the Knave. Confirmed Pyro.
I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the oratrice in the Opera House.
Oh.
You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nuevillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
And then he comes back in right now.
Yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex.
She seemed pretty secure up until recently.
Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices
wow,
of cake
she's just
left,
really letting it go,
so
huh?
Please, help yourself.
Didn't sound like she was gonna let her off the hook on that. You don't even know what Neuvillette's... You know what Neuvillette's task was. He's gonna stop the water. He probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea. Yeah. Yeah, he can deal with it all by himself.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex.
Yeah, it was about
Why don't you take
Child,
an
you know.
extra slice of cake. Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Paimon will. I don't know if I do. Opinion to change the topic and meet the number of less significant matters where the atmosphere goes becomes more relaxed. Okay, now we've had our cake.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's
sure
table.
it did.
And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on.
Paimon's coming too.
Of course, Paimon, you're coming. All right, let's. Oh, I want to talk to Farina while we're here.
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than
Yeah,
I
go take a
imagined.
nap, relax, have some tea.
Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring.
Okay, bye. Let me know if you need anything. Wow, really making us run all the way out here, huh? What could possibly happen? I feel like this is a long build-up to something. We got kind of our climax, which is the quelling of the sea. This should be the epilogue, right?
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse.
Oh.
I have no interest in your dealings with him.
Okay.
That's what Paimon thought.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
You
What do you
lent
want to
your
say?
aid to the children of the House of the Hearth as their father.
Oh.
I would like to express my gratitude.
Yeah, didn't think that's what you wanted to talk about. Was there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all.
Harbinger.
Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings.
By the way, we don't know where the Gnosis is.
I know you
in
just
case you were wondering, which you definitely are.
Of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment. And
I hope they're not still there. I hope they evacuated.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others.
Very true. He does need to learn that, especially if he wants to protect the people closest to him.
By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina?
I don't know if I want to indulge in that question. I don't trust you to keep a secret.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine.
Very true.
Able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
Please do.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused?
He didn't really cause much trouble.
Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparation?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Furina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh?
Very true.
Come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis.
Yep.
But I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it is attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
From the moment it's attached to the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
How can you sense that?
What are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
Wow, she really is helpless.
Her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor.
Damn.
I suspect even Furina dares not mention this incident to anyone.
She's just gonna traumatize the Archon just for, you know, just for funsies.
Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Furina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake.
Except that she's going to be like S+ tier when she gets released.
There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Nuevillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Nuevillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's
so it might be in the fortress, it might, or it might be in the whatchamacallit, the judgment system.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Wriothesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Udex Nuevillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Commit some
Tadpog's
crime.
disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Furina and Udex Nuevillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Lenny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering.
Right. Does she think the Gnosis is in the fortress? Probably not, right?
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Furina herself is still
Furina
pretending that nothing
would just
that
deny
sort
it.
ever
Yeah.
happened.
Ah, no, never. I'm stronger than that.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Furina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Udex Nuevillette must be the Hydro Archon. But
Yeah,
now,
how
that
indeed
doesn't seem
did
right
you
to
come
me
to that
either.
conclusion? Because I would have
am
thought
a
the same thing in
servant
your
of Her
position.
Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves.
A real Archon?
Whether Udex Nuevillette or Furina, neither fits the bill.
Oh, then how does an
Hard to imagine
Archon
either
carry
of them as
themselves?
the
Because we've met 1, 2, we've met 4 so far, and they all carry themselves very differently. She clearly hasn't met Venti. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She should have learned from Signora, right? Signora met Venti.
Of course. That is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves.
Oh boy.
Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you.
I don't know if I want to cooperate with you.
You
might
don't
have
need to commit to anything right now, of course.
No.
I have a
Absolutely
feeling
not.
that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together.
I think it's the opposite. My name is connected with noble deeds, so I'm not sure we will work together.
He
Oh, I
certainly
know.
returned
I would too,
quickly.
but not if
You
I was a
must
traveler.
want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Nuevillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Furina.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fathers in this story, for sure. Yeah, what happened?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the Primordial Sea and reseal the sluice gate.
Yeah. Let me recount the drama you just avoided.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Furina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure.
I know, she wants the Gnosis, my dude. You better seal that shit up.
Permission granted.
You have enough power to force back the Primordial Sea. Doesn't that mean you have some deeper connection with the Hydro Archon?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? You
Nope.
can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
If by the phrase "you guys" you are referring to Furina and I,
yes,
then
yes,
although
that's what
I'm
we're
not sure
referring to.
just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What did you sense in the fortress of Meripede? Did you manage to protect those that needed to be defended?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering.
Yeah.
And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Oh, it's starting to rain.
Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Because he's sad. Just as moments before, Nuevillette has mentioned his sense of grief. The dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Every time he weeps, the skies will cloud up and rain upon him. Nuevillette, you can't be.
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon sovereign of water.
The dragon of... what? Huh?
Nani?
Please do not be so surprised. Furina?
Nuevillette, are you listening?
Ah, my apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we?
No, this is not a guess. Traveler was not guessing.
Sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
I know. I'm on literally look at him. Look into his eyes. They're freaking lizard slits.
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's...
Dude's as meta as a dragon would be, too.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood.
So the dragons were always at odds with the Archons, right? So this is like the first time we've seen them like truly working together.
They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat,
except for Zhongli, who was also the dragon.
Today,
no, he just was in the form of a dragon.
Is the basis of the Archon.
Azdaha is the dragon, right? I might be getting my lore mixed up here. The first usurper arrives on Tivat. They seize the part of the dragon's power. Today, the storm power is the base of the Archon store. Okay, yeah.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me.
Ooh,
given the status quo, however, I would recommend
that's part of the Gnosis, I assume.
to deal with the prophecy.
It's also a reincarnation of the original Hydra dragon, so now he's weaker. Yeah.
Oh.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon, we'll see you another time.
Take care.
Yeah, we gotta clear up with the rest of the crew. There's still more. Okay. Oh, wow. There's a lot of places to go to. Learn more about everyone's situation. We've got they're all down here. Okay. Except for that one. I guess we'll go to this front gate one first. Oh, we're gonna talk to the bombshell boys.
You guys are back?
Yeah, we're fine.
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
No.
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion.
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details.
Hey,
I mean, they are the ones who want the details.
Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think that whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. What?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals.
Oh, they're so nice.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than
yeah,
when
for real.
First met
I'm
them.
sure the welfare meals must have just skyrocketed in quality.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Okay, let me go to the second floor one. Yeah. I'm sure it's the infirmary. cafeteria, I assume. Yep. And the central office. Who's in the cafeteria? Is it the, this trio? It's in the cafeteria, I assume. This is... Oh, no, the trio's still here. Okay. Sijuin must be
what suit
at
will
the
this
cafeteria.
next card be?
A bare-teethed cat?
Well,
A bare-teethed cat? They all are bare-teethed cats.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from an egg.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank
baby
Miss
steps
Ferrand
from
in
it.
person.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her.
I mean,
at
she's
all.
ended a lot of them, so
She
it's just
also
kind of par
told
for
me
the
not
course.
to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
You met Father? Did she say anything to you?
Fuzzy, it's your brother-in-law.
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
So
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Father is very capable and also trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Yeah, take it as a lesson.
Got it.
That does sound like something that Father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here
Damn,
for the next few
Fremy.
days?
Fremy following up with the burn.
Looks like it, yeah.
Oh, I guess we are.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
Oh, thanks, Lynette.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
I would love to. Okay. Dos más. Sijuin?
Traveler, Paimon, you're back. Are you still doing all right? Did either of you get
Yeah, we're both
hurt?
doing fine.
We're fine. But what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it?
You can hear them prepping for it. Yeah, it's cute.
People sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nuevillette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for... Oh, of course. We must also thank you for the help you provided. How did Nuevillette know that he was needed here? Well, Monsieur Nuevillette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days. Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Walls.
Dang, Sijuin can, like,
and please
inquire about anything.
Visit the infirmary for a break. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well.
Okay.
Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable.
It's both creepy and cute.
While you were gone.
Take it easy.
Okay. Back to the best boy. The man himself. Oh, just kidding. Lord Vereen and Juno or whatever.
Miss Sijuin told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
That's a mood.
That's no excuse for...
Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
We've been okay. Keep working on that ship. We still might need it.
Passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though.
so don't say a word to any—
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh, yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Paimon's calling Cat.
Not at all!
Oh, okay. We are going to talk to Wardsley. Is he up there? Okay, yeah. I like the phonograph music.
Me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
Oh, you know, come on.
Is doing? Is everything still all right?
We're fine for the most part. Nuevillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh,
he
yeah,
can't
what a
stay
brilliant
here.
Plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think that's
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewinne's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewinne.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Yeah.
Nuevillette got the milkshake. Cloran received lipstick instead.
Oh. That's why in the trailer she was like pushing the little cup with the milkshake towards him, and he was like, no. And she was like, what? No, gotta drink it. It all makes sense now. I get it.
Those aren't even remotely allowed.
Well, it's Nuevillette's own fault for making Sigewinne worry about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies.
That's cute.
Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Are these from Sigewinne too?
Nope, they're from yours truly. You've already wrapped
thanks.
up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time.
He's like, I know you didn't have a
your
real
full prison
sentence.
term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For real?
Oh, thanks.
Then we could stay here for a really long time?
Is food still covered?
You may access the cafeteria for free. Just remember
It's
to
actually a
come
pretty
complete
good
your
gig.
paperwork once it's time for your release.
Return to the dormitories. This one. Okay, this has got to be the last little cutscene, right? The end of these quests are always a long time. It's like you got to talk to every person you've ran into, just to tie up any loose ends, even though this is not nearly the last Archon quest of the region.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners, though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
Feels like we've regained our freedom.
Being free sure feels pretty special now.
Is there something you'd like to say?
How did you know?
Because you usually just immediately fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true. All right. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends. There are so many bad things in the world.
Me too. I
and we're
need
just
our Hydra
people,
baby.
But we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah, we're the best adventurers ever.
You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being a guide counts.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward.
From today forward, you've already been through a lot.
Our thoughts making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too. The last time we fell asleep,
Paimon's slowly powering up. She's gonna be an adventurer. By the end of this, she's gonna be a god. And then we're gonna have to fight her.
We should be safe now, right?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
Oh man, it's gonna be crazy, like at the end of this game, what they do with Paimon. Ooh, memories. Oh, he did get stuck in the water. The Hydro Dragon? Whoa. That's a big whale. Okay. Well then. Very interesting indeed. That's not Nuevillette though. Grab those. Oh, I can grab commissions. Yep. Thank you very much. So good. It makes my dailies that much quicker. All right, I'm gonna do my last dailies and then I'll have to sign off. It's already very late, and again, I still have not started packing. But I wanted to make sure this was done. Was there something in here? Oh, right, I can grab one of these. Forgot about that. Hydro Traveler Constellation. C3. Gotta be up by 6 a.m. I have to be up at probably 5 a.m. So we're gonna get about the same amount of sleep, the two of us.
Gotcha. This may hurt a little. Sharing my knowledge.
Let's see if I can quickly beat up this stupid seahorse.
Outlines your fate.
Didn't get the sacrificial proc there.
Get with me.
There we go.
Take it easy.
Jump down here.
Committed to memory. Make yourselves at home.
No, my sword. Huh? Witness the power of good.
This may hurt.
Here comes the catch. Dissipate.
And you're dead. Very good. Okay, those are commissions. We got resin. What else? Oh, event. Event was the last thing. Let's go from south to north. So let's do this one next. And then I think I am done. I thought, like, maybe I was going to have time to do the Abyss, but even if... Oh, it's up here. Even on, like, a normal stream, I probably wouldn't have time to do that. Where am I going? Oh, down here. Need 35. Aren't they, like, all in a line? Oh, these are 5 each? I'm running out of stamina. So it's just... You just complete it, right? There's no, like, minimum time. Complete the challenge. Yeah. Okay. cool. What are the currencies? Oh, those are just the weapon materials. That's right, that's right. For the encounter points, that's smart, that's smart. Next would be this one. Oh, not this. Not in here. Nope. I guess I'll just go here. Turn this way. Fortunately, I don't have the option to do that. I'll try to do my dailies from my iPad, but it might be a little rough. I'm not used to playing on mobile. It's not great. I feel for those that play on mobile. I don't know how y'all do it. Go up here. Grab this. Through Bluetooth? How do you connect the controller to the iPad? Right. Do you have to buy a specific controller? What type of controller? This is big news. PS really? Shoot, I might have to bring my PS5 controller. I don't have a charger for it. Oh no, it's USB-C. That's right. I'll have to look up a tutorial on it. USB-C supremacy for real. 100%. And boom. Next one, we'll do this one. This is gonna also be a straight line one. Okay, looks like it. And one more fiver at the end. Boom. And last, I believe, is going to be this one. But this is an area one, right? Yeah. Or at least kind of an area one. You have to be a little more strategic about what directions I go in. So let's do this. Then go here. Hit this one. Go to the right. Grab this one and this one. Easy. Honestly, I probably could have done that on the iPad, but you know what? It's all good. Didn't take too long. And now I know that's done, I don't have to worry about it. What the? I was trying to... This one locked? Oh, this one unlocks in 3 hours? Bummer. Okay, I will have to go back and do the event tomorrow. I mean, maybe I can pop on, like, right before we go and just hit that and leave. Maybe. All right. I think that's it. I think we did it, y'all. All right. Couple more polls to end. And then we'll do one last poll. We'll leave with 10 fates on the menu. Let's see how much. Got 70. Okay. All right, let's see if we get another 4-star. Let's go. No. Not today. Not today. Well, I think that's going to be all for me. But thanks to Fuzzy Kazimov for El Fuego for hopping in. I'll make sure to have this up on YouTube. While I'm gone every other day, I'm going to be posting the last 3 Genshin episodes. So if you want to see the VODs for Genshin on YouTube, they'll be coming out in the next week. Keep your eye out for that. Go and subscribe on YouTube. You can see those episodes. It's part 36, 37, and 38. So there's 35 previous streams you can watch if you're interested in that. And I promise, I'll get back to Breath of the Wild and Pikmin 4 soon. Soon, fingers crossed. I won't be back with Genshin until Ridesley is coming out. So this is my last Genshin stream for about a couple weeks. Gonna hold you to that. Please do. Please hold me to that. So yeah, we've got, I'll be back with Genshin in a couple weeks. You can follow or subscribe. No, follow here on Twitch. If you want to catch those live, subscribe if you're able, would love that. Oh, and Nacho, you're here. I gotta do some polls. You came just at the tail end. I gotta do it. It's my rule. Got a poll. No. Okay, one more. No 4 stars. No 4. We got 1 4-star, and that was Goro, which is... It is what it is. We got C6. C6 Goro? Okay. Again, hopefully he works well with Navi. I can build him. I mean, it might be cool. So, yeah. When I come back, and I get back on the 10th, so probably at the latter half of that week, I'll do either Pikmin 4 or Breath of the Wild. Probably Breath of the Wild. I'm going to play a little bit on the plane. Just to play more of it. Get a little bit more kitted up. Explore a little bit more. Get my bearings so when I come back I can jump right into that. Because I want to finish that game. And then we'll be doing some Pikmin 4. And then the next week after that we'll be back pulling for Ridesley. There's going to be a lot of polls in that stream, so you won't want to miss it. And of course, you can join the Discord if you want to get the stream schedule, which I will. I promise I will be putting the stream schedule up on Discord again. Things have just been kind of crazy. But we got you got the stream schedule, and you can just hang out with the community. We'd love to have you. And as always, I love you all very much. Please make sure to stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, stay positive. And I'll catch you guys, in like 10 days, maybe 7 to 10 days for probably some Breath of the Wild. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh. How about I say Breath of the Wild this entire time? I mean Tears of the Kingdom. I'll be back with Tears of the Kingdom. Gosh. All right. Have a good one.